Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have Joseph Lochran joining the call, as well as Richard Toma from Minnesota Life. So we have some great stuff to talk about today, as always. And the reason why, and I like to just give the 100-footer, if you will, just for a second, to give everyone a little insight on the direction of today's presentation. First off, take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions, comments, problems, hassles. We want to hear from you, good, bad, and different, okay? We create these weekly calls for you, for our agents. So if there's something you want to see or you didn't see, or you need a little clarification on an item or product or a sales idea, please share so we can make these bigger and better for you. Okay, also, very important, you know, we have literally over 16,000 agents in every city in the U.S. now. And everyone has, you know, a little different niche, a different spin, different sales strategies. And, you know, we have some agents that are brand new in the IUL space, and we have some agents that are veterans in the space. And we wanted to come up with a platform and a sales idea strategy that would cater to everyone, ultimately to open new doors for IUL sales, okay? And, you know, yes, it's easy to put together that great fancy product, and, you know, it's just like I use the analogy, you know, you can have the most beautiful, fastest car in the world, but if you don't know how to drive it, it's going to do you no good. So the purpose of today's call is to show you a great sales idea, couple that with great marketing material to start to spread the message and open new doors for indexed universal life sales for you. Okay, so we simplify everything. It's very easy to understand. This product is designed to help all families. So it really is a no-brainer sales strategy. So make sure, write down your notes. We're also going to send everyone a thank you email, and we will include all of the information we're going over today. Most important, if you're already contracted with Minnesota Life Securian, then that's great. Good news is you can transfer to Levinson. We will beat your existing commissions, okay? Plus, you get free leads with your first case, okay? That's simple. Now, if you're not contracted, just let us know. We will get you up and running right away, okay? So I think you'll agree by the time we're done that you have a great new sales idea here that you can use in your everyday insurance life. So great stuff to come. We also went over this at our expo. Richard presented and did a phenomenal job, and literally our feedback, okay, when every single presenter at the expo, when they come down and they say, hey, Bill, you know, I'm from ABC Life, and, you know, what do you want us to talk about for 45 minutes? We always say, come up with a great sales idea that our agents can use that afternoon to make more sales, right? We don't want to hear about your financials and how great your company is. We need an idea. So the point is, after Richard presented, okay, we got more feedback, and the best feedback, in fact, than we've ever gotten from any sales strategy. And that's why we invited him back to the Levinson webinar to share the story with all of our agents. And if you were at the expo, you're going to learn even more today. We have some great stuff to share. So without further ado, let's jump right in, Joe. The first slide here is the Insurance Newsnet Magazine June edition. We were on the cover. Very proud of that. You've probably seen it by now, but if not, we'll include it in the thank you email. Look at the bottom left side. That's me and Gary V, otherwise known as Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy is a legend in the social media marketing space. He has literally 2,000 plus employees all over the world. He has built an empire, and I was honored to sit with him for an hour and basically share his thoughts and ideas around insurance, agents, marketing in today's world, right? Utilizing the latest technology. So that's what this interview is about. Check it out. I think you'll be very proud And most important, you'll be able to learn some new ideas and strategies to market yourself online. I don't care if you're 17 or 84, okay? We talk about some great stuff. Check this out. It's also available on our website, and this is available on our podcast. So check out Bill Levinson Experience, the podcast channel. It's on iTunes. It's on, let's see, Stitcher, Spotify, the Google Android App Store. It's also available on our website, so you can check out the episode. I think you'll be, and on YouTube, by the way. So check it out. Just pull up Levinson 1 is our channel, and Bill Levinson Experience is the name of the podcast. Okay, so moving forward here, just a couple things I want to share. I think it's very important. You know, we're always looking to grow, and you know, the only way to grow is if you help your agents so much that they don't want to go anywhere else, right? For insurance or annuity sales, they want to work with you, and I know that, and that's where we get satisfaction. When an agent says, hey Bill, you know, I heard about you guys, I want to give you guys a shot, we'll start with just one company and we'll see how it goes, okay? When that agent comes back 2, 3, 4 months later and says, Bill, I'm now moving all my contracts over to you, I love your value add and your trainings, I'm learning so much, that's a win-win, okay? Yes, obviously the commissions, the overrides are all great for you and me. Everybody's happy. But most important, when you see an agent that was stuck in that career mindset, you know, that very 1982 thinking and marketing style, to getting them to understand, wow, I need a website and I need a CRM tool and I need to create a LinkedIn and Facebook page, and they're starting to see more sales and it changes their life, that is the ultimate win, okay? For me and you, for everybody, and our whole team here. So that's exactly what we're doing, staying on that track, okay, helping you, and we want to be considered your one-stop shop, okay, and even adding a health division later on this year. We're working on that. We just hired 2 new employees here in the office, very proud, Jessica, a new case manager. And then for the first time ever, we have a certified in-house underwriter. So we're going to create the official impaired risk Levinson department. Okay, you'll see some marketing for that within the next month. But we now have an in-house certified underwriter. Ron Gambali has joined us. In fact, his first day was Wednesday. Yesterday, very, very proud of, he's been in the business for 30 years at the carrier level, and first time in the brokerage space, and he's bringing lots of value. If you had any tough to place, decline cases, any kind of impaired risk, or just servicing quotes, product info, he is a great resource, and he's in-house here at the Coral Springs location, and you'll see more about Ron in the near future. So great stuff. And staying on that track, we just want to help our agents. If we help you, okay, change your practice for the better, that helps us, okay? So if we can do that with thousands and thousands of agents, and we keep growing, and that allows us to bring better technology and better staff and better resources, then again, it's a win-win for everyone involved, and that's our motto here. So we have social media guides that we've put together, I think are very, very important, because these days, if you don't have a website and you're not on social media, quite frankly, you're going in the wrong direction, okay? So we have 2 packages here that we've put together. They will help you get up and running with all of your social media needs and pages. We also have 2 white papers that we put together to help you get comfortable. Listen, my grandma, okay, true story, my grandma, 94 years old, her name is Ethel. She is literally on Facebook daily, okay? So I don't want to hear that, you know, hey, Bill, Instagram and Facebook is for my kids, and, you know, I don't need to learn how to do this and be on Facebook all day. Well, the answer to that question or comment is you do need to be on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn these days if you want to grow your business, because your clients and your clients' children and grandchildren are on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. And guess what? the local big shot life insurance agent who just got out of high school or college, let's call him Bill Levinson, he's on these social media pages, okay? He eventually is going to get his name in front of your clients and their children and their grandchildren. And you're ultimately going to lose out, and your book of business is going to shrink. And I'm not doing this. We're not selling social media packages or marketing programs. This is just to help you. This stuff is free. These white papers we put together to help you. So I'm just trying to teach everyone you have to get out there and be proactive if you want to build your business. It's that simple. Okay, also what we did, speaking of helping our agents, so in fact, we're recording the next podcast episode tomorrow. We picked out one of our top MDRT agents, and he is very active on social media. 99% of his sales are all made through his telephone and computer sitting in his 3rd bedroom home office. This guy does not get in the car, period, okay? One of our top agents, MDRT, year after year. I think he's 32 or 33 years old. He's going to be on the next podcast episode. His name is Emmanuel, and we're going to share some great stories. And I think it's important for all of our agents to hear exactly what another agent is doing nowadays and how are they growing their business. He's got some great techniques and tricks to share. I hope everyone tunes in. We're recording tomorrow. We will launch it by Monday. So we'll send out an email to everyone by Monday. Make sure you listen in. It's about 30 to 45 minutes. It's going to be great. And again, the bottom line is just some great info for you to walk away with, obviously at no charge. Okay, moving forward here, back on track, IUL carriers, and you know, these days, I also think if you're not at least looking into selling IUL, you're also falling behind. These are big ticket policies, okay? You're looking at commissions typically from $5,000 to $60,000, $70,000. And with this legacy plan, you're going to see why it's the ultimate door opener, but you're going to need some great products to go along with it. Obviously, Minnesota Life Securian is our first carrier, top left. That's our go-to. And then, of course, we also have these other carriers on the spreadsheet in front of you. If you look at the red asterisk, those are our scholarship-approved IUL products. So not only can you sell an IUL, you can combine a $40,000 scholarship for the client's children and or grandchildren as well. Free, no charge to the client, no charge to you. So that's a win-win. But again, what you're going to hear today is a great story by Richard with Securian Minnesota Life and their strong IUL, one of my favorites. But again, keep all of this in mind. Take a screenshot. We'll also include everything that you're seeing in today's thank you email. Okay, so moving forward here, what I want to do is just take a minute. I think this is very, very important. We have launched, in fact, this week, the first ever interactive IULexperience.com website. And what's so neat about this is we have built this from the ground up, okay, and it focuses strictly on you selling indexed universal life. I don't care what level of expertise you are at today. This is going to change your practice, okay? We have videos, training webinars, marketing material for clients, for agents. We even put together the first ever Levinson IUL class. That's going to be here in South Florida on August 23rd. And we have the Stonewood software that's, in fact, the only IUL software that is compliant with 8 carriers now. And Minnesota Life is one of the 8. So the founder, okay, there's 2 partners. They're flying down on August 23rd to teach this IUL-focused class. And I promise you, okay, if you want to get into the IUL space, if you've never sold an IUL before, or you're selling millions of dollars of IUL every year, you will walk away with some great info, and this will be time well spent. August 23rd. What we're going to do at the end of today's webinar, I'm going to share with you a way to get a free ticket to the class, get a free membership to the Stonewood IUL software platform. Okay, we're going to share all of the above. in about, I would say 30 minutes or so. What I want to do first, I'm going to have Richard Toma grab the wheel. He's going to dive into the ultimate door opener for 2019 and a great IUL to package in with this. Richard, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Well, thank you, Bill, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys for your time today. What we're going to do today is go over a sales concept that I really love. I think it's an incredible door opener. And Bill, listening to your talk earlier here about how you want to ingratiate yourself with the family. You're not just selling insurance or working with a grandparent. You're working with, hopefully, the kids and hopefully the grandkids someday. This is a perfect way to ingratiate yourself and entire family and help provide a really great solution and a great sales idea. So today we're going to talk, just first and foremost, a little bit about securing Minnesota Life. I'm not going to bore you with too many details, but we did quite a bit in the last few years, particularly on the branding front. So I want to make sure you guys know who we are before we talk about anything else. After that, I'm going to talk about the opportunity, the insurability, the affordability, and show you a case study that really highlights why you would put insurance on a juvenile. So just a little bit about Securian Financial. We're the 8th largest insurance company in the nation. People don't really know our name, but we are a big company. We paid $5.3 billion in benefits to customers in 2017. And we've got nearly $80 billion of assets under management. We're close to $1.2 trillion of life insurance in force, and have about 19 million customers in the United States and Canada. In terms of ratings, we're one of the highest rated companies in the industry. When you're purchasing a policy like this for a kid, you're not talking about a 30-year, 20-year term. You're talking about a 70-plus year time horizon that you're going to be a client of Securian. So you want to make sure that when you're selling a juvenile policy, you're selling one with a company that you know is going to be around. And that's really what Minnesota Life is. We've been around now for 140 years almost, and we're still as highly rated as we've ever been. We've got superior, very strong, excellent ratings from the 4 major rating agencies. We've got a Comdex of 95, which puts us in the top 5% of carriers in the entire country, and one of the highest carriers in the entire brokerage space. So we're a big company. We're a strong company. We've been around for a while, but there's a reason you don't know us. It's because in 2018, we launched a new brand. We had a little bit of a brand identity for a while, a brand identity issue, excuse me. We were known as Minnesota Life. We were known as Minnesota Mutual for a while. There were some companies in our hierarchy that were known as Securian. So we decided to combine it all under one brand. So if you know the Minnesota Life name and you like the Minnesota Life products, you know Securian Financial. We've been around, we've got that brand name, and we're trying to build it up under Securian umbrella. We did this because we had a lot of different brands operating under different names. So to combine them all under one was a big advantage for us so we could push one brand forward. And you might have noticed, we're actually on TV in certain markets. We're on the radio. If you live in Houston, Minneapolis, Denver, or Chicago, you might have seen us at one of your local ballparks. And my parents tell me that they see me on, or they see our company on the TV land every night while they're watching it before they go to bed. So enough about the brand here. I want to talk a little bit about the sales idea, because that's why you guys are here. It's the $99 legacy. Protection now and forever. Essentially what this is, it's a juvenile policy. You might be familiar with the Gerber Life policies, and Gerber really did a great job as a company establishing that buying life insurance for children is not something that's weird. I think before Gerber came into the market, there was a stigma that if you bought life insurance on a policy, you had some malicious intentions, and that's not it at all. Life insurance for children is an incredible investment you can make for them. It's an incredible way to, 1, preserve insurability, and 2, provide them with a gift that they'll remember you by forever. Now think about this. How many of your clients have children or grandchildren? I would bet nearly every client you work with has a child or grandchildren even. This is a perfect sales strategy for you to keep in your back pocket. If you're ever at a loss for words, feel free to pull this out and show them, hey, look what $100 a month can do for you. So to talk a little bit about leaving a legacy, one, you want to insure them at a young age. The younger, the better. The earlier you start anything, the better. We've got a guaranteed insurability option for additional death benefit potential. So you could take your initial, let's say, $100,000 death benefit, and by the time they're 40, it could be up to an $800,000 death benefit. You could transfer ownership of the policy. So it starts out with a parent or grandparent owning it, and then by the time the child is 18, they own their own policy. It's their first asset. You could take loans or withdrawals. The best part about a policy like this, it's flexible. Everyone knows a 529. People love a 529. But what happens if you don't go to college? What happens if you go to the military? You go to a trade school? What happens if you start work straight out of high school? Where does the 529 go? The best part of this life insurance contract is the money in there is flexible. You can use it for a down payment on a house. You could use it to buy a car. You could use it to buy a second home. You could use it to pay for a wedding. What have you. There's a lot of possibility here for you. And the best part of this policy is the supplemental income. The IUL space, the indexed accumulation space that Minnesota Life specializes in, is known for supplemental income, taking advantage of tax breaks within life insurance contracts. And that's what this is. This is a great way to make sure that there is supplemental income for these kids long after the grandparents are gone. And of course, leaving a legacy. This is a perfect way for grandma and grandpa to leave a legacy. So long after they're gone, they're not forgotten because this life insurance policy lives on. So we'll talk a little bit about just the case study we're going to look at. We have an Orion IUL, which is our flagship index accumulation product. It's not just for kids, but it works really well for kids. The reason it works well for kids is one, it's a low-cost product. So particularly for juveniles, it's an incredibly low-cost product. And two, we give almost all kids, pretty much every child we work with, preferred non-tobacco underwriting class. And they have preferred non-tobacco for the rest of their lives, no question asked. Many of the other carriers you guys work with, you could do this with them, but they're not going to get preferred with the other carriers. They're going to get standard non-tobacco, or even some of the other companies, they might get a tobacco rating. With us, preferred non-tobacco. The initial death benefit, we're looking at about $167,000. We're going to put it in a blended index, and the blended index is a mix of the S&P 500, a Barclays Bond Index, Euro stocks, and Russell 2000 small cap. So it's a nice blend that allows you to really sit back and let this take care of itself, because a lot of the assets in there are non-correlated. So you don't have to actively manage the funds. You set it, you pay your $99 a month, and you forget it. We're going to assume an interest rate of 6.88%, and there's an increasing death benefit. Now I'll tell you this, the 25-year returns on this blended index are closer to 8% than 6.88%. But 6.88% is the maximum we can illustrate it at per government guidelines. So we're going to take the 6.88, but I'm confident in 6.88. If anything, I would think we're going to do better than 6.88 over a 40-year time period. So I'll skip forward through this a bit because it'll show the numbers on the illustration, and it'll actually show a little better. Here we are. This is the input page. We named our proposed insured Lucky Child. She's a 2-year-old female. Grandma and grandpa are paying $1,188 a year, which breaks down to $99 a month. The death benefit, again, starts at $167,000. They're in the blended index with 100% participation. And we put some riders on here. On this contract, we put an accelerated death benefit for terminal illness. If, God forbid, something happens where the child has a terminal illness, we will pay out the death benefit before they pass away within 12, or terminal defined as 12 months or less to live. There's a chronic illness access agreement on here as well. So if this child at any time during the life of this contract is chronically ill, has 12 months or less to live, or excuse me, cannot complete 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, we'll open up the death benefit to them so they can help take care of themselves in a nursing home or pay a caregiver to stay at home with them. We've got a guaranteed insurability option on here. So in the guaranteed insurability option, it offers them 7 different options to increase the death benefit by $100,000 each time. So if you did the math, that's $700,000 of optional death benefit you can purchase down the road. No questions asked, no insurability. This is from ages 22 through 40. You're going to get offered this every 3 years from 22 to 40. Again, 7 options, $100,000 each time, $700,000 of total increases if you choose to take it. We've got the overloan protection agreement. The overloan protection agreement, just in case you accidentally take too much in loans from the contract, you can choose to enact this agreement, and we essentially grind it to a halt for you. So the contract doesn't lapse, there'll still be a death benefit, and there'll be no ill tax consequences to the insured. And the last rider we have on here is the Income Protection Flex Agreement. Now this rider is fairly unique to Minnesota Life. And what it does is it takes the death benefit and spreads it out over a number of years. Benefit of spreading out the death benefit is that you can take advantage of a lower internal cost because we don't have to pay the death benefit up front. We can offer lower costs to you on the contract. So a contract that's already low cost has become a little bit even lower cost. So in this situation, we illustrated 75% of the death benefit getting spread out, 25% of the death benefit getting paid up front. We're going to pay it out over 30 years. You could do this for any insured. Where this really works well is for older clients. If you have clients who are 60 years old and still looking to participate in the index space, they can absolutely do that. And if you put this Income Protection Flex Agreement on there, you can help lower their cost to bed so you get more return. At the same time, if you have a client who might be a table rating or might be a smoker, this Income Protection Flex Agreement works great to lower the costs. It's not just for kids. Hell, it probably works better for older people or smokers or impaired risks. The nice part about the Income Protection Flex Agreement is you don't have to add it right away. You can always add it after issue and take advantage of these lower costs. So it's not a decision you have to make today. Let's take it out of this context for a bit. If you've got someone who's 40 years old, they want to do this IUL that you see here, but they want a lump sum death benefit while they're working. And when they retire, they're totally comfortable with having a spread death benefit. You could put on this rider as soon as they retire and take advantage of the lower costs. All right, so back to here quickly. Again, $99 a month, 2-year-old female. And now we'll really see the power. The death benefit starts at the 168 and slowly climbs. You can see at the end of 20 years, when we're done paying, we've put in $23,760 of premium into the contract. Keep that number in mind, $23,760. When the child's 22 years old, or excuse me, 23 years old, we're going to pull out $23,760 from the contract. That, as you guys can tell, is the basis. We're taking the cost basis back. There's still a death benefit, and there's still cash in the contract, and it continues to grow. Now, this partial surrender here of the premium that was paid in, 1, it's completely optional. 2, it can go back to the person who paid the contract. It can go back to the kid to help pay off student loans. The kid could use it when they're 23 years old to purchase a house after college, what have you. There's a lot of options here. During the child's peak working years, you can see the death benefit keeps continuing to climb, as well as the cash value keeps continuing to climb. So if you look here, let's say, for example, 51 years old. We've already pulled out $23,760 from the contract. So everything else after this is all gain. There's about $146,000 of cash value in the contract. What can we do with that? We can use that to buy a summer home on the beach. We can use that to help pay for the kids' college. We can use that to buy the sports car of someone's dreams, what have you. There's a lot of options here. And if you let it keep growing, you can see by the time the client is 69 years old, There's a death benefit of $631,000 and a surrender value of $544,000, meaning $544,000 of cash you can access. So what we're going to illustrate here is distributions from the contract. We're going to take $50,000 a year from this contract for 20 years. And that $50,000 goes towards, let's say, funding supplemental retirement income. You could use it to, again, help pay for kids' college, or maybe at this point even grandkids' college. $50,000 tax-free dollars a year for 20 years out of this contract. And there's still a death benefit. So if we scroll to the bottom here, we've paid $23,000 in premium for this contract, and the total amount we've taken out, the net outlay, is over $1 million. That's huge. That really shows the value of indexing. That shows the value of the cap and the floor. That shows the value of the time horizon. And again, this is a $1 million tax-free. To me, that's incredible. And this is something I would show to every single one of my clients who have kids or grandkids, because it's an affordable thing for many people. $99 is affordable for many. Premiums, again, you don't have to pay them for life. You could do the 20 pay like we showed. You could do a 10 pay. We could even do a single pay on this type of contract. We've got what we call a premium deposit account that pays the highest rates in the industry. If you give us, let's say, $10,000 up front, we'll deposit into a contract over 10 years and consider it fully funded. Not only are you providing over $1 million of tax-free income, you're also locking in over $800,000 of guaranteed coverage at preferred non-tobacco COI rates. Now, unfortunately, you don't know what's going to happen to a kid between the time they turn 2 and the time they turn 22. There's a lot that can change and a lot that's outside of someone's control. This is a perfect way to make sure that no matter what happens, they're going to be able to get insurance, and quite a bit of insurance, so that their family is protected. And again, with no more premiums being paid after 20 years, you can get a death benefit to the child's age 68 based on a 3.75% crediting rate. And the child could have over $1 million of tax-free money to take out during retirement. Over $1 million of tax-free money. Again, I think this is a powerful strategy, and I really encourage you, keep this in your back pocket. If you have any questions or if you're looking for supporting materials, feel free to give Levinson and Associates a call, and they're more than happy to help provide supporting materials or illustrations for something like this. But again, I think this is an incredibly powerful tool and a powerful sales strategy that you guys can use in almost any situation.
Okay. That was great stuff, Rich. Is that, okay, perfect. All right, so yeah, anything else, any questions regarding the legacy or Securion's IUL products, let us know, and we'll make sure that you get an illustration and brochures and everything else you need to get up to speed. If you're contracted already, use that incentive, transfer to us. You will get more commission plus free leads as soon as you place your first case. So if we can help you in any way, we are here. Joe is going to take it from here. And what we want to do now is we have built a new website for all Levinson agents, no charge, obviously, and this is catered to you, and it's everything you need to know about IUL. Okay, from leads to sales presentations to marketing pieces. So Joe is going to take it from here. This is up and running live today. We're tweaking it, making it bigger and better, of course. So he's going to show you, give you a little walkthrough demonstration. And then when he's done, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Stonewood membership, the IUL class, and how you can take advantage of all of this at no charge. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I want to dive right into the IUL experience. We're very, very excited. We launched this last week, and like Bill said, we're constantly adding new material, new client presentations, new training videos to make sure this is really your central hub for everything IUL. So you'll notice when you go to the home page, you've got a couple options here. You can jump right into the sales software. You can register for the upcoming training class, which is the end of August down here in sunny South Florida. You can access the training videos, lead material, everything surrounding the IUL sales concept, including the presentation that Richard just covered. So I'm going to jump into the website here and kind of go tab by tab just to know what to expect when you're inside of this website. So the first is the sales software, which Bill did say he was going to touch on briefly towards the end. But in my opinion, when it comes to sales software, we've had a lot of things in our industry that unfortunately aren't very consumer friendly. And this sales software really sets itself apart. You've got some awesome customized client proposals. The best part is when you run an illustration, depending on the carrier, you can click a button and all those details go directly into that IUL sales software. You can show your clients a brochure, downside scenarios. There's even PowerPoint presentations for individuals and a group. So a great way to kind of simplify the whole IUL story, regardless if you're working with juveniles or someone in their retirement years or even older clients, showing them the advantages that the IUL brings to the table is really something this sales software really accelerates in. And agents have used that sales software and said, hey, this really helped me make the sale or helped me get a referral. I'm basically never, ever going to sell another IUL product again without using the sales software. So if you're not active, reach out to our marketing team. We can help you and show you some examples of exactly what that looks like. Bill already mentioned this, the IUL Masters Academy. This is happening Friday, August 23rd, 2019, down here in South Florida. There's some awesome materials. This whole day is really focused around IUL sales training. What's most important is it's not sponsored by any one carrier. It's actually a Levinson event. The goal is to get you up and running and really selling this IUL product. And we're really covering not only what is the IUL product and how it works, but what agents are doing to actually get more sales in the IUL environment, which is huge. You're going to hear from some great industry leaders on what they're doing to really make this product their key offering to their clients. Moving forward here, if you were to click on the consumer material / presentation box, we've got every single thing that you need called Campaign in a Box. This is grab and go presentations, prospecting tools, training for every single carrier that offers a top IUL product. So you can click on that information and see consumer videos. You can see campaigns, prospecting letters, emails, every single thing that you need at your fingertips. There's just a quick example of AIG's product, Max Accumulator Plus, and actually a client tool that walks them through the entire process. So awesome material there. Also, agent training materials and videos. We put together all the different training material that's available in the industry, including some of the great presentations that we've had some guest speakers, not only at our expo, but in the office present, really to kind of get you up to speed on IUL to show you how it works and how to present it to your client. We even have a great video which tells you on marketing to different generations. So whether you're working with a millennial or maybe someone who's a little bit older, different sales strategies to kind of get your foot in the door and different sales scripts you can use to help make that sale. Also, the next category here dives into each carrier, each product. We have an awesome IUL product comparison chart that shows you every single carrier, what their non-med underwriting guidelines entail, what the current caps are, the Comdex rating, whether you can do an e-app or a paper app, and if they're part of our scholarship platform. You can also access every single one of the client brochures, every single one of the agent guides, so you can really dive into the product and know every single thing there is to know about that IUL product and how to sell it to that client. Moving forward here, we have an awesome tab, which is Index Universal Life and Scholarship. This focuses on not only our scholarship platform, but some of the great concepts that, in fact, we just covered on today's webinar. So you can actually access those materials. We have an awesome training section called Professor 101, which shows you how to actually present that scholarship platform to your clients. So some great brochures, some great material to actually move into that scholarship platform and add that to differentiate yourself from other agents in the field. It's a huge, huge selling point, whether you have agent A or agent B. If you package in this special scholarship platform, it really makes a big difference, and that client's more likely to go with you as their agent. Additionally, here we have IUL leads and prospecting. We dive into some awesome IUL sales books. These are things that agents are giving qualified prospects. They're reading about the IUL product line, and then they're actually going back to that client, back to that agent to set up an appointment. We also have available live transfer lead programs, so you can actually get calls on your phone from qualified prospects. So a great way to kind of jump in. And of course, as a Levinson agent, you get discounted pricing on every single one of these platforms. And Bill's going to dive into some of the different incentives that are available.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. Okay, so what we're going to do, and by the way, we have about 7 minutes left, and then we're going to wrap up just to keep everyone on schedule. So this is important because, you know, obviously we like to provide as much value as possible at no charge for all of our agents. That's kind of our value add mission statement. We want to be different than everyone else. You know, you hear, you know, constant seminars or webinars or meetings, and there's always a sales pitch at the end, and they want you to buy into some program. So being a Levinson agent, everything is available to you at no charge, including, you know, free website and CRM tool, even that website Joe just walked you through, the IUL experience. All of that is done on our nickel to help our agents and make us, you know, the ultimate value add IMO. And we try to stick by that. Now, Stonewood is a third-party company that is, like I said earlier, the only IUL software program that's integrated and compliant with 8 different IUL carriers, Minnesota Life being one. So yes, there is a fee for their membership and for the class. So what we negotiated with them is about a 27% discount off the regular fee. So the membership program, which offers you full service support, they will help you with the sales presentations if you want to host a seminar. All the above is included. Okay, so the basic membership is $99 a month, okay, and they actually charge you for the year, so it's a $1,200 fee. And then the full VIP membership is $1,800 a year, but that includes the free IUL class that they're having down here in South Florida this year. And by the way, every year it will be held here. So what we're going to do is a couple things. First off, we want to offer an incentive, okay? So the sales software, the normal retail price is $2,500, okay? You don't pay that as a Levinson agent, but that's what it is off the street if you were to go find it on your own. So what we're going to do, as soon as you write in place at least $20,000 of paid premium, okay, at least 3 cases in a 12-month period, we will pay for the entire year. So we will reimburse you the full $1,800 fee, okay, number one. Number two, first of all, if you're a member, then the class is free. If you are not a member, but you want to attend the IUL class, okay, you can just pay for it. A discounted amount is $599. You can also bring agents that work with you for $199 a seat. Okay, so that's a lot less than the $599. If you write $10,000 of paid premium, okay, from now until it's August 16th, we will pay for your ticket. That simple, okay? Then what we're also going to do, we're going to have an incentive that you'll see it's announced, where we are going to pay for free memberships and free tickets to the class. We're going to announce that in the next few weeks. So either A, if you write the premium, it's free, we're going to cover it, or B, if you qualify for the incentive program, then we will also pay for your ticket. We're going to announce that in the next probably week to 10 days here. So great stuff to come. Now, the class is so important and I think worth every penny and more, because the way I look at it, if you attend the class, and it's a little more than a half day, it's about 6 hours. We bring in lunch, breakfast for everyone. We take care of all the above. And it's non-carrier sponsored, so I think that's also important. But if you write and pay for one IUL and you make even a small one at $3,000-4,000 of commission, obviously it's worth the $5.99. And I also feel like when you have a little skin in the game, you know, your focus is there, you're alert, you're paying attention, you want to walk away and get your money's worth, right? You want to walk away with some nuggets. So definitely check that out. The software is also great. In my opinion, you know, IUL can become very complex, and if you keep it simple and you use our one-page sales presentation, it simplifies your entire pitch, and it really makes for a clear-cut IUL sale and a yes decision. So keep your eyes posted for that, and we'll keep you in the loop as we progress. Okay, moving forward here, to get access, and I think everybody needs to do this today, at least go check it out. Like I said, it's free. On our website, on the regular kerrylevinson.com website, just click on IUL Experience and you're in. It's single sign-on. So you can check out everything there. And again, it's all free except for that membership in that class. There's no charge for anything. So we always try to stick by that. And even with the membership in the class, I hate to ask our agents for anything. And by the way, the fees and the membership goes directly to Stonewood. We have nothing to do with it. So, you know, my agreement to them was, hey, I'll offer this to our agents, but I want to make sure that we get a special deal that no one else can get off the street. So that was what we put together, and we really don't have a choice. So bottom line is, if you write the premium, it's free. If you don't, at least you're getting about a 27% discount. So you can run with that either way. Okay, upcoming agent training events, and these are obviously no charge put on by us. That's what you're on right now. These are all important for you to help change your business by utilizing social media, all of our latest technology. Joe, if we can go to the next slide, that would be great. And if you want to make sure to jot down some of these dates, the first one on the bottom, we have some new critical illness products and sales ideas we're going to dive into on July 11th. 2 p.m. Eastern, if you want to make a note of that. Some real instant decision products that are very, very easy to purchase. They make for a good supplemental plan for health and life insurance sales. That's on, again, July 11th. Also, on the top there, these are weekly trainings that we host every day of the week at 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, if you want to dive into search engine optimization and target marketing online, we have the AssureWorks presentation every Monday, 2 p.m. Tuesdays, the free website. Every Wednesdays, our free CRM plan. Every Thursday, as we show you how to use our database for prospecting and recruiting agents if you're a GA. Friday is the best and the newest one. It gives you like a 100-foot overview of using all of the latest social media and technology. We call it best practices. Kevin is the host. He's our programmer. In my opinion, you need to get comfortable. Have your admin assistant on with you, or if your son or daughter helps you with your business, or spouse, have them join you as well. These are all free for you to take advantage of and bring your practice to the next level. Okay, the Bill Levinson Experience podcast has been a huge hit, rolled out January of this year. If you have an iPhone, any kind of Apple iPhone, just go to, there's a purple icon, it says podcast, click there, search Bill Levinson Experience, you'll see it pop up, and leave a review. Okay, take a screenshot of the review, and I'll send you a free IUL prospecting book, okay, on me. Or if you don't have an iPhone and you have a Google Android-powered phone, you can literally go to the App Store, pull up Bill Levinson Experience. It's on Spotify, Stitcher, or just go to our website and click on Bill Levinson Experience, and it's going to look just like that screenshot in front of you. All of the episodes are there. The reason why I'm really pointing this out, it's a great tool for you to stay refreshed and motivated and inspired by listening to all of these great industry influencers that I interview. Okay, we have some great stories here. The next one is tomorrow. Like I said, it's one of our top MDRT agents that doesn't leave his house. Okay, this guy is selling over $1 million of insurance annually. $1 million of insurance annually. Okay, he doesn't leave his house. I wanted him to share his story with all of our agents. So we're recording tomorrow. By Monday or Tuesday, you'll see it launched on the Bill Levinson Experience. Check it out, please. I want to know what you think. I want your thoughts on this. Okay, last slide here. We always like to end on a positive note. This is our Positive Tuesday quote, which is available on all of our social media pages. Okay, we're going to end with this. By the way, that is my mom in the top, sister, and my grandma on the bottom of that picture there. So I love that shot, and as you can see, the hashtag on the bottom is never forget where you came from. I love this quote. 20 plus years ago, I remember borrowing rent money for a shared 1,000 square foot apartment. This is a true story, folks. I got laser focused. I changed my circle. I learned all about discipline, and slowly things started to change. Okay, the point with this, I don't care what level you're at in your insurance career, if you put your foot on the gas and you learn and you soak it in and you surround yourself with like-minded people that are also going in the right direction, you're going to start to talk and think like them, and slowly things will change for you. And I hope we can be your mentor between our weekly trainings and our podcasts and our annual expo. And we're here, obviously, we're a phone call away. We want you to learn from us and change your practice little by little. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Thanks again, and take care.